Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Edison High School's 66th commencement, the largest class ever, the class of 2025. At this time, you guys can be seated real quick. Chamber singers, members of the chambers, if you could go to the back to join the choir. Chamber singers to the back. Is Stella late again? Ladies and gentlemen, our official announcer of the class of 2025, Stella Wong.
Congratulations, class of 2025. We made it! Before I begin, I have a quick request. Can we all take a selfie together? All right. When I started writing the speech, I thought it had to be perfect. But then I realized high school hasn't been perfect. It's been last-minute assignments, moments of total uncertainty, and yes, even a war with facial acne. It's been messy, unpredictable, and real. And through everything, there's been two important people in my life who held it down behind the scenes. This is for my ohana, my family. To my dad, thank you for always standing behind me with quiet strength and support. From having me young and working to support the family, working up to 6, 7 jobs throughout my whole life, your work never went unnoticed. You always managed to put food on the table, and now your hard work has now become a foundation I can build on. I'm grateful for everything you've done, even the things I didn't always see. I love you, Dad. And if you know anything else about me, you know my favorite show is Gilmore Girls. In this show, it's about Rory and Lorelai, a daughter and her mother navigating life with love, humor, and way too much coffee. And now standing here, I get to live out my own Gilmore Girls moment and say something I've always dreamed of saying, just as Rory did at her graduation. My ultimate inspiration comes from the dazzling woman from whom I received my name and my life's blood, Carlin Lee. My mom never gave me any idea that I couldn't do whatever I wanted to, or be whomever I wanted to be. My mom filled her house with love and food and Amazon packages, a lot of Amazon packages. As she guided me through these incredible 17 years, I don't know if she ever realized that the person I most wanted to be was her. Thank you, Mom. You were my guidepost for everything. And so for the one last time, as always, Eagles, fly high. Now may everyone please remove their hats and rise for the Pledge of Allegiance that remains standing for the national anthem. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Thank you, Stella. And now performing our national anthem, please remain standing as Stella told you to do. This class, you guys, performing the national anthem for the chamber singers under the direction of Josh Lisner.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, stay does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you. Please be seated. Orchestra members, if orchestra members, you can report to the back of the rack. Orchestra members, report to the back of the rack. I'd like to give some special thanks to the Edison High School Band under the direction of Mr. DiNicola, Mr. Dillman, Mr. O'Leary, for performing the processional and the recessional. And before I begin, if we could just settle in for a second, I'd like us all to have a brief moment of silence for all of those that we lost this year that can't be with us, for all those still suffering from sickness, violence, and war across the world, and to reflect on what we all have to be grateful for. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Eldarelli, Central Office, staff, Board of Education members, the entire staff and family at Edison High School, the entire Edison community, Mayor Joshi, and I have to give special thanks to our retirees, Dr. Brungard, Ms. Tierney, and Mr. Amodio for their years of service. Also, a big thanks to Dennis Warnick, our first armed guard, who's helped us greet students in the morning since way before COVID. He'll be helping the little ones at MLK next year. Now, for my speech, I'm going to be brief because it's your graduation, and your words and action are what are going to guide the future. But I would be remiss, though, if I didn't mention the great growth that you've shown coming out of Zoom and hybrid middle schools, where all your teachers could see was your ceiling, and going across 4 years as Eagles. You know, when I had you in the meetings, I love stressing the 4 R's of Eagle Pride: respect, readiness, responsibility, red and gold. I hope you remember those. Hold on to them, because they're going to serve you well in university and in your life. Be respectful of yourself. Be respectful of others, especially the people you love, but even the people you don't like. Be ready for change and for tough times. Take responsibility and don't make excuses. The last R that I know you're going to remember is the red and the gold. Our Eagle colors, red, which for me represents love and the heart. And love is the only thing that can conquer the hate in the world today. And loving what you do as you go forward will give your life purpose. Gold, which is seen as the most precious of all metals, it's special just like our school and special just like each and every one of you. Remember and keep close to your heart the special moments, the special people you meet along the way. In the class of 2025, stay red and gold and keep being the biggest and the best. Now, under the direction of Miss Militia, our orchestra will perform "A Million Dreams" by Benj Pesak and Justin Paul. At this time, it is my great pleasure to recognize the Salutatorian for the class of 2025, Brianna Feneke. Brianna will be continuing her studies in nursing at Middlesex College.
Good evening, fellow graduates, esteemed faculty, proud parents, and distinguished guests. It is an honor to stand before you as the salutatorian of our graduating class. My name is Brianna Feneke. I'd like to warmly welcome everyone in attendance and express my gratitude for being a part of this memorable occasion as the EHS Class of 2025 Salutatorian. As I stand here, I can't help but think of last year's graduation. I was sitting in the audience watching my brother Aaron walk across this very stage. Sitting in my seat, I admired the two students who sat behind the podium, the valedictorian and the salutatorian. But I never imagined that this year I'd be sitting here myself. For me and for my family, this seat has been something out of reach. My mom recently told me something that stayed with me. She told me that she had dreamed of seeing one of her kids sit on this stage, but she never really thought that it was possible. In my family, finishing high school, let alone going to college, hasn't been a guaranteed path. It's been a hope, an if, but not an expectation. So today, as I stand before you, not only as a graduate, but as the salutatorian of our class, I know that this achievement is more than just the recognition and the title that I've earned. This achievement is about barriers being broken. It's about rewriting the story for those who will come after me. This achievement is my contribution to my family, a step forward and a promise that what seems impossible is actually possible. But this isn't just my story. I'm confident that this entire graduating class is full of pioneers in their own right. The beauty of this class is that although we are not all the same, we share something powerful in common: determination, a willingness to try, and a refusal to be limited. The belief that what fell out of reach yesterday might be within our grasp today, and what we hold today, we can pass on tomorrow. And because we all share this belief, we can join in the honor of graduating as Eagles. Throughout our lives, things may seem unlikely and out of reach, but we shouldn't doubt that we belong. Whether in a classroom, in leadership, or even on this very stage. Today, we graduate as Eagles and fly away from the nest, not just because the Eagles are our mascot, but because we've learned to soar. How to rise above expectations, above challenges, and most importantly, how to rise together. As we leave Edison High behind, we're headed in many different directions. But wherever we go, I hope that we challenge what's possible and remember that no dream is too big and that no seat on any stage is out of reach. Before I close, I'd like to share an encouraging verse that has brought me hope and comfort for the future. In Jeremiah chapter 29, verse 11, it says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." Congratulations, class of 2025, and one big thank you to my God, my parents, mommy, papi, my teachers, and all of my friends. We did it.
It is now my distinct honor in this class that is going so many different places that we'll hear about later, that you can see in the program, to introduce our valedictorian, Mr. Mithil Mishra. Mithil is going to continue his studies at UPenn as a member of the Viper program, I think one of only 30 people in the country admitted. Your valedictorian.
Good evening, class of 2025. I have a fear of success, or at least I do according to my AP World History teacher, Dr. Nasser, who told us that the reason we procrastinate is that we're afraid of success. I might say that I procrastinated on this speech because I was stuck looking at a blank page for hours, but I'd say a fear of success sounds a lot cooler. And with that, waiting till the last minute, came the frantic asking people for help. First, I asked my friends, who only gave me wacky suggestions. Specifically, I'd like to shout out Trinity, who bet me to say, nah, I'd win, and Jody, who bet me to say, you guys should all go to Chili's and buy Jody at least one camera. Thanks for the $10, guys. I'll accept cash or Zelle. Moving on, I got some better luck with teachers. Mrs. Frey, my AP Lang teacher, explained that many people would offer suggestions, but to say what I wanted to say instead. And finally, Ms. Greer, my AP Lit teacher, who told me to introduce the speech with how I asked others for help. So, as you could tell, I did take the suggestions of others to start, hoping that I'd be lucky and figure it out with all this help. After all, I'm standing here today because I've been aided by mentors, friends, family, and luck. Luck is an arbitrary thing. It could be in the form of a charm or a routine. To many, it means everything, and to others, it's a form of false hope. It could mean magic, a fake sense of chance, winning the lottery, meeting a soulmate, but luck, I would say, is everything you can't control. For example, I can't control an admissions process, which is why I am so lucky that the EHS STEM program pulled me from North Edison and introduced me to so many different people in a completely different environment. An environment lucky enough to have a great administration and staff, to have Mr. Ross's energy booming during announcements, and a STEM class lucky to have an advisor like Mr. Soys and an engineering teacher like Mr. Cairns to give us countless opportunities. Second, I can't control those before me. I couldn't know that just recently the robotics club had restarted, that Model UN was on the rise, that this school had a Science Olympiad chapter. So I got lucky. I was able to work in these teams, these clubs that defined my high school experience. And finally, I can't control who I meet. First, I got lucky with my family, my mom and dad for giving me so much support in whatever I chose to do, and my sister, who, despite threatening to disown me multiple times, hasn't done so in 14 years. So thank you. And in school, while I decide my courses, my teachers and classmates were not for me to decide, which is why I say I got lucky to have teachers like Mrs. Frey, my AP Lang teacher, who changed the way I read and write forever, Ms. Kaur, my physics teacher and advisor for the robotics team, who would bear with me while I questioned the silliest concepts, and finally Dr. Nasser, who taught me AP World History and philosophy, all while giving advice, telling me not to doubt myself, and being one of the coolest people I've ever met. But with all these uncontrollable factors of luck, there is one thing you can control: how lucky you get. You can control who you talk to, what activities you participate in, and how you carry yourself. And no matter what good, bad, up, down, sideways luck you had, and no matter what choices you made it to the rack today. And that wasn't because Edison High is so great, which it is, or because of pure chance. It's because you seized luck, even with the fear of success. So no matter how good it felt to procrastinate, be afraid of success, or no matter how many things we couldn't control, we made ourselves lucky. So I'll be a little arrogant here and say, despite my fears, I succeeded. I'll let luck do the rest.
Thank you. At this time, could members of the a cappella choir to the back. I'd like to call up, before the choir sings, I'd like to call up our Board of Education President, Mr. Jerry Shee, for a few remarks.
Good evening. Good evening, graduates, families, and staff. As the president of the Edison Board of Education, it is my honor to stand before you, the Edison High School class of 2025. You began high school during the height of the COVID pandemic, isolated, masked, and uncertain. But through it all, you showed strength, resilience, and heart. Today, you leave behind a school that has grown alongside you. A new auditorium, a new football field, a new baseball field now stand as part of your legacy. And if you visit us as alumni, as we hope you do, you will see a new softball field, an orchestra room, a modernized interior, and our plans for a new wing taking shape. Today, we celebrate not just your achievements, but your journey. You have faced adversity with courage, lift each other up, and now, like true eagles, you're ready to rise even higher. Carry with you the spirit of Edison High, strength, pride, and purpose. Whenever life takes you next, remember, eagles do not just fly, they lead. Congratulations, class of 2025. Your future is wide open. Go get it.
Thank you, Mr. Shi. This year, our choral selection is a world premiere of a piece entitled Journey On by Casey Gorob, specifically written for Edison High, lyrics by Ali and Josh Lisner, performed by our a cappella choir under Mr. Lisner's direction.
I took the first step, facing the unknown. The path was unclear, and I felt so alone. Through every struggle, I grew and stood tall, searching for my voice, the chaos of it all. Every day I grew more sure and found my strength through all that I endured. Like an eagle, spreading its wings, I will learn to fly to new heights. I will soar through the sky with courage and strength. I will journey on. Time is passing on, opening the page to a brand new chapter. Finding friends, sharing memories and laughter. I will journey on. With each new step, I push fear aside. The journey became my strength. My heart became my guide. In discovery, I found I had a choice to stumble and fall, find my voice. Every day I grew more free, and I decided a brighter future is waiting for me. Like an eagle, spreading its wings, I am ready to fly, to new heights and soar through the sky with courage and strength. I am journeying on. She's turning the page to another chapter. While friendships may fade, their heart will stay long after as I journey on. Now looking back at the moments that we've shared, the heartbreak, the struggle, the hardship we fared. Though we move on, our memories will stay. The courage you have taught me will be with me each day. We found our voices and grew and strong, and with every goodbye.
Thank you. Now, to continue with our introductions, I'm going to call up, to give some more brief remarks, our Edison Rotary Senior of the Year, McKellen Correa.
Hey Eagles, how are we feeling? All right. Surprise to my parents, this has been the hardest secret to keep. Sorry guys, Mr. Ross is tall. Okay. Today marks the end of what we know, but also the beginning of everything that's still to come. Being a part of the class of 2025 has been one of the most vibrant, unforgettable chapters of my life. And by that, I mean it's been a roller coaster, full of high highs and low lows and everything in between. As a freshman, we started off as kids who, to put it kindly, loved to push boundaries a little too much. We got reprimanded more times than we could count. But I know I speak for our teachers, the administration, and even ourselves when I say we did a complete 180. Looking at my classmates today, I see people who never got involved freshman year but showed up to every single event senior year. I see students who once struggled in classes and made honor roll every marking period this year. That's growth. And even if it wasn't always recognized because of our very colorful beginnings, it's real and it matters. We're not just the biggest class to ever walk across this stage. We're the best class the Nest has ever seen. Throughout my 4 years, I served on class council for 3 of them. And I'll be honest, it wasn't always the easiest trying to plan events that people would actually want to come to. That was our biggest fear heading into senior year. But then came Senior Sunrise, and it was the biggest turnout we've ever had. And that's all thanks to every single one of you. J. Cole once said, anything's possible. You gotta dream like you've never seen obstacles. And class of 2025, that's exactly what we did. Even when we were told we were too much, and even when the odds weren't in our favor, we pushed forward, we dreamed bigger, and we made it here. I know our class hasn't always had smooth sailing, but I also know that each and every one of you is capable of greatness. Whether that's in college, the military, a trade, or anywhere life takes you next, you're going to shine. To the underclassmen here today, this may sound cliche, but enjoy every moment. You only get 4 years. Join everything, talk to people you've never spoken to before, and when you're sitting on this gym floor one day next to the people you've grown up with, all the little things you're stressing about now won't even cross your mind. On behalf of the Class of 2025 board, I want to say how incredibly proud we are of every single one of you. It wasn't a perfect start, but it turned into one of the most unforgettable journeys of my life. Thank you to every administrator, teacher, and friend who walked this path with me. And to my family, the ones here with me tonight, and the ones smiling from up above, and my Caribbean baddie bestie, thank you. We did it, Class of 2025. Now, it is my absolute pleasure to introduce the man behind the scenes, the one who makes it all possible, Edison Township Superintendent, Dr. Edward Aldarelli.
Thank you so much for that introduction. Good evening, families. Oh, you can do better than that. Come on. Good evening. Yeah, that's it. Families, faculties, members of our Board of Education, distinguished guests, and most importantly, the Edison High School class of 2025. Yeah. So this is it. Tonight's the celebration of your growth, your hard work, your ability to rise through all challenges, whether you were captains on the field, leaders in classrooms, whether you were an artist, musician, an innovator, or a quiet voice determined to do your best. Each of you have left a mark on Edison High School that won't be forgotten. And I can tell you, because I've witnessed firsthand, you've journeyed through years filled with unexpected challenges and incredible growth. You've proven that resilience just isn't a buzzword, but a mindset, a part of who you are. You've adapted and you've led and you kept going. And I can assure you that that perseverance will serve you long after tonight. So as you prepare to step into the next chapter of your lives, whatever it may be, could be college, careers, the military, or an uncharted path that you haven't determined yet, I urge you, I implore you to carry this one lesson with you, that the road to success and greatness is very rarely a direct or a straight line. It will twist, it will turn, and it'll challenge you. But each step and stumble and success adds to your story. It was Maya Angelou that said the following that should really resonate with you. Do the best that you can until you know better. Then when you know better, do better. Because that's how we grow, that's how we learn. Not through perfection, but through courage, through reflection, the motivation to improve and to keep moving forward. You've done that here, which has brought you to this moment in time. And after speaking with your teachers and your school leaders, I have every confidence that you'll continue to do that in this world and beyond these walls here today. So I would be remiss if I did not address your teachers and your school leaders directly. Thank you so much for your support and commitment and your passion. It is an absolute pleasure to work alongside of you each and every single day. You are one of the reasons that have made this moment possible. And to the families, I'll speak to you directly right now. I know exactly what you're going through. I sat in your seats last Thursday for my own son Johnny's high school graduation. Yeah. So it was an accomplishment, so you should definitely applaud at that. We were a little concerned. Yeah. And I can tell you this, one word of advice. After tonight, when you meet with your children in the parking lot, tell them you love them, give them a kiss, because they grow up real fast. And last but not least, to the graduating class of 2025 of Edison High School, home of the Eagles, I am here to say that we are so proud of you. We believe in you. We can't wait to see the future that you create. Congratulations, and best of luck in what you do. Yeah. And now for the good part, right? And now for the part that we've all been waiting for. Members of the Board of Education, Board President Shi, I duly certify to you that the class of 2025 has completed all of the local and state requirements to receive the distinction of being graduates of Edison High School. Ladies and gentlemen, the Edison High School class of 2025.
I would now like to bring up, to begin the presentation of the diplomas, Mr. Ernesto Valdez.
Manur Abassi. Brendan Abatemarco. Mustafa Abdelal. Hiba Zuruk. Sergio Aberastegui. Abi Adif. Brianna Janaya Atkinson. Nishita Airoju. Sofia Aflito. Noor Afifi. Ethan Agabo. Juan Paulo André Mara Agustin. Faiza Ahmed. Zishan Malabuyok Ahmed. Emmanuel Akindele Akinbo. Oluwajomiloju Daniel Alao. Ethan Reyes Alcover. Anthony Alfano. Jagger Daniel Alfaro. Abubakar Ali, Aden Ali, Aisha Ali, Gnaneshwar Alu, Escarlin Almanzar, Joseph Almeida, Lucas Almonte, Noelfi Alonso,
Faik Al-Riyashi, William Bartolome Alvarado Mejia, Michael Douglas Alvarez, Nazareth Jesus Amalachandran, Dayanara Andrade, Adriana Marie Antamate, Ashley Gabriela Araque Ramirez, Noah Jacob Arnan, Ronit Aurora, Ujraksh Aurora, Pavan Arun, Zainab Assad, Aliyah Christina Ash, Ahmed Basit Asif, Musa Asif, William Ayuo, Fatima Al-Zawrah Mawia Babakar, Basil Nabil Bader, Jacob Badilla, Gavin Michael Bailey, Violet Onibala Bach, Sashita Balamurigan, Javen Balbuena, Somita Banerjee, Tommy Bond.
Oliver Banos Lopez, Adarsh Barot, Kamya Vijay Barot, Joey Basholi, Danila Bashuz, Albert Joseph Battagliati, Rohan Behal, Cameron Bell, Sanai Unique Bell, Lastasia Bentic, Gia Bhatia, Nermit Boyer, Shivangi Buyan, Ama Sama Boteng, Justin Michael Boslet, Haitam Bukaraz, Felix Xavier Bravo Saavedra, David Anthony Brown. Good job. Janaya Chanel Brown. Brock Brunson. Brooklyn Bruni.
Okay, Brooklyn.
Caden Bryan. Alicia Hanifa Bowie. Shakai Bulger. Aisha Berkey.
Moganam Berkey. Abigail Shewa Bursha. Anthony Calantoni. Akir Jacob Caldwell. Giovanni Camacho. Sierra Janae Campbell. Julián Leonel Canaca. Ariana Cardoso Rojas. Shirley Carrera Peláez. Ángel Carrillo Torres. Bianca Doménica Carrión Jaramillo. Diego Casado Llerena. Alicia Mila Castiblanco. Jaden Castillo. Joanny Cerda Torres. Arun Champa Jaramillo. Chloe Chan. Dustin Chan. Nathaniel Chan. Gauri Naraini Chandra Hassan. Sienna Shonje. Isabella Charles. Man Chaudhry.
Krish Chauhan. Anthony Chen. Heino Chen. Martin Chen. Wadey Chen. Devin Chow. Armand Chotane. Jared Andrew Chupatas Dominguez. Brandon Jiho Chung. Helendi Cyprian. Ashley Elizabeth Siafi. Dylan Clark. Zaire Amir Clark. Xavier Luis Colon. Kenneth Daniel Connors. Bryn Nicole Conover. Venus Coombs. Victor Costa. Donovan Israel Cruz. Candido Cruz Mija. William Alexis Cruz Moraga. Jaslyn Marie Cuevas. Crucial Dane. Christian Darbus. Richard Dyer. Aiden David.
Anaya Chloe Dawkins. Donovan Day. Divey de Los Angeles. Kaisha del Rosario. Cassandra de la Fave. Nico de Rosari. Miles de Vecchi. Gravir Desi. Sebastian Israel Yugzi Valdequez. Sean Charles DeFrenza. Adriana Di Maria. Valeria Dominguez. Sarah Margaret Downs. Justin Duggan. Gargi Divedi. Naikir Eto. Tarani Brielle Edwards. Iman Effendi. Mackenzie Rose Einhorn. Celine Ecker. Logine El Gabrari. Hazel Marie Espinal. Eric Espino. Kylie Nicole Ewing.
Kimora Cecilia McCormick. Tyler M. McDonough. Riley Jordan McAvoy. Kamir James McKay. Dion Yusuf McKnight. Chastity Sanai McNamara. Joshua Joseph McQuiller. Meher Mehta. Joel Melendez. Mateus Mesquita. Jamie Lynn Mikalski. Savannah Angela Mitchell. Savion Angelo Mitchell. Destiny Love Muhammad. Namisha Krishna Mohan. Juhria Molina. Alan Miguel Montilla Peña. Juan Jose Mora Herrera. Sabrina Rafael Cruzada Moral. Renee Marie Morales. Adriana Jasmine Morgan. Nidhi Mudokar. Nithya Mudokar. Idris Karma Mohammed. Braden Liam Mullins. Maria Abigail Munoz Camacho.
Rema Naim. Aiden Michael Nagy. Prisha Nair. Duwanit Nanavati. Nakul Narayanan. Neil Mahesh Narayani. Akash Natamai. Sumed Abhijit Natu. Catherine Genesis Navamaria. Andrea Navarro. Kevin Navarro. Niyathi Nai. Keshava Nareniki Joyce. Anna Hong No. David Hu Wen. Tam Doan Wen. Vanessa Nugent. Jordan Elijah Nicholas. Derek Nieto Salinas. Amar Netmathula. Josiah Kai Noble. Jurianne Nolasco. Jonan Michael Norris. Janacy Evelise Nunez del Prado. Jaden Matthew Niwaziri. Daniel O'Guiney. Uchenna Alexis Aloku.
Saja Adel Omar. Mustafa El Sayed Omara. Elena Ortiz Albino. Lena Ortiz Albino. Kelly Osorio Saavedra. Zien Oyang. Crystal Owusu. Wisdom Oyemi. Samantha Oyola Blanco. Udbav Reddy Padala. Joseph Padilla. Daira Akemi Palacios Coronado. Mark Robert Palladino. Shurya Parwani. Bhuvana Shri Pasupuleti. Arya R. Patel. Ayush Hasmukhbhai Patel. Ayushi Hasmukhbhai Patel. Darsh Dharmesh Kumar Patel. Dhruvi Patel. Hate S. Patel. Gata Patel. Kiran Simone Patel. Krishna Patel. Krish Sanjay Kumar Patel. Mahi Patel.
Prisha Patel. Priya Patel. Ria Patel. Rudy Patel. Sahil B. Patel. Sahil R. Patel. Sharad Patel. Sneha Anil Patel. Shayna Faith Pedrosa. Avery Penados. Jose Perdomo. Nicole Perez Hernandez. Alyssa Pieca. Chris Pierre. Joseph Pinheiro. Avani Lily Pollock. Brianna Sky Pantan. Veronica Shri Prabharam. Simran Prajapati, excuse me. Sarvesh Prem Kumar. Colin Alexander Pradati. Jeremiah Priester. Kishmish Salman Kazi. Akira Casada. Alohin Zarai Quito.
Hold on. Gotcha, thanks. What level are you?
R. Oh, L6. Sorry.
Kanishk Ragamanu. Amory Layla Rahami Mena. Camelia Raman. Srivatsa Guru Raj. Kishorni Rajakumar. Ethan Joseph Alex Rantung. Chaitanya Rayadurgam. Joyce Fuad Razuk. John Joseph Ray. Sincere Redding. Riazi Rafai. Alejandro Resto Rivera. Kalia Angelique Ravan. Derek Reyes. Samaya Reyes. Yasmin Riashi. Hannah Ricker. Antonio Rico. Kenya Rivas Melendez. Nicholas Rivera. Anthony Rivera Camarillo. Ramin Rizvi. Kelsey Rizzo. Eddie Rodriguez.
Get my good side now.
Theodore Eiler. Caitlin Foss. Eric James Fackner. Brandon Fajardo. Rukaya Binte Fazle. Sevi Feliciano. Isabella Ferreira Fritas. Brody Ferrer. Anthony Ernest Jr. Figueroa. Sakaya Nicole Figueroa. Karma Jade Finley. Andrea Maria Flores. Juan Carlos Flores. John Carlos Flores Fabian. Maeva Marie Fontaine. Jermaine Chad Freeman Jr. Madison Kaylin Frost. Rohil Gala. Henry Zamboa Zamudio. Ovia Ganesh. Michael Garces. Amory Maria Garcia. Gavin Lee Garcia. Jaden Amir Layton Garnes. Skyla Marie Gosney. Dejane Olivia Gale.
Nicole Jeronimo Hernandez. April Godoy. Noah Gibson. Tyasia Goff Bynum. Alexis Omar Gonzalez. Ethan Gonzalez. Luis Gonzalez. Samuel Gonzalez. Jocelyn Gonzalez Santiago.
Michael Grayson, Richard Grover, Evan Grullon, Prince Guadalupe, Joel Guerra, Anastasia Guerrero, Joshua Gunter, Sia Gupta, Dylan Gutierrez, Zalina Ha, Toba Halimi, Willa Halimi, Siani Hamri, Diedrich Harvey, Karina Hawaldar, Jennifer Hernandez Luis, Giselle Hernandez Mendez, Elias Herrera,
Yadira Alejandra Herrera Carmona, Mia Emily Hom, Emily Lilia Henrique, Ava Nicole Horvath, Zachary Howe, Aiden Campbell Rahausik, Anthony Nicholas Ristofis, Ian Huang, Jody Un Her, Mohammed Huzaifa, Kamaya Amira Hippolyte Charles, John Raven Elau, Armani Jaslyn Inman, David Isaac, Jahad Jackson, Sitesh Jaganmohan, Hiba John, Pranav Janaki Ashok, Vanessa Terrence Jani, Antoine William Jean, Dylan Ricardo Jimenez, Kayla Jimenez, Jai Bo Jin, Lily Marie Jones,
Xavier Jones, Jaden George, Disha Dilip Joshi, Ustav Heron Joshi, Shifra Kalepali, Akshay Kandala, Anantashri Kandala, Ozzy Karalik, Trinity Mariah Karan, Aryan Kaushik, Karishma Kaule, Aliza Khan, Inaya Khan, Muhammad Khan, Umeza Fatima Khan, Hassan Mohammed Kawaja, Haley Klachevsky, Camille Klemizuk, Kaylin Klein, Zari Knight, Tyler Andrew Kochi, Arnav Kamaraju, Nitya Konduru, Jamel Zaire Kuntz, Catherine Kovalchuk,
Jonathan Kraut, DeAndrea Crom, Olivia Kulik, Sudha Kumpatla, Rishan Kunadaraju, Isabella Kung-Reimer. Cara Morgan Labadesa. Matthew Labanek. Jordan Juliet Lamar. Angelina Marie Lamotte. Jessica Elise Lay. Sean Zacharias LeBron Rivera. Jacob Lee. Joshua Lee. Khalik Ishmael Lee. Vivian Rachel Lee. Adam Lenzi. Aaliyah Anais Leon. Jada Leon. Dylan Labrizzi. Stephen Labrizzi. Jay Lin. Kyle Lin. Dara Liz Liriano Reynoso. Angel Lopez.
Madison Lynn Lopez. Latavia Elizabeth Lovett. Angelina Juliet Lozano. Cameron Nicholas Gian Lucarelli. Hans Lucian. Jaden Tyler Luminello. Dinesh Kumar Madasami. Faris Ahmed Mahmood. Cindy Mahamutai. Peyton Malave. Mia Angeli Mañana. Annalisa Heytrude Marmol. Ashley Chanel Ponce Marquez. Aileen Madeline Martinez. Nicholas Anastasio Martinez. Rayleigh Martinez Valentin. Talia Jania Martinez. Abraham Jose Martinez Arvalais. Jose Manuel Martinez Arvalais. Jennifer Martinez Camacho. Brian Mata Gonzalez. Pranit Mathur. Valentina Matista. Layla Elizabeth Matos. Krishav Rajesh Mata. Benjamin Makinich.
Emily Rodriguez. And Roberto Rodriguez. Kelly Rowe. Alyssa McKinsey Rogers.
Brianna Rojas Candelario. Eric Rosario. Kiona Nalani Rose. David Andres Rubiano Sierra. Jalen Jasir Rudolph. Sierra Nicole Russell. Giovanni Saavedra. Colin David Sabik. Sriram Saha. Aura Sahadi. Aria Sahu. Annabella Michelle Salado. Mary Ann Salazar Diaz. Priscilla Mercy Aradena Samuel. Eli Sanchez. Jariel Sanchez Ainoa. Alyssa Sansano. Yul Mikhail Santiago. Gonzalo Santiago Onofre. Anna Santizo Gonzalez. Jason Santos.
Jared Sarmiento. Logan Schutz. Giada Shasha. Sarthi Shah. Saeed Shah. Yashvi Shah. Ryan Shao. Zanai Lynette Shockley. Naveed Sadiq. Cheyenne Singer. Shabad Singh. Simran Singh. Ajit Pranav Sivakumar. Rathika Sivashankar. Jermaine Amir Smallwood. Olivia Marie Smart. Ashley Isabel Smith. Jaden Lee Smith. Talia Smith. Quinn Snyder. Scotty So. Harim Sohel. Valentina Solis.
Brianna Denise Sosa. Fabrizio Suto. Ryan Spaventa. Shamala Michael Spencer. Vamil Roshini Shradirhan. James Connor Stavnik. Charolta Elizabeth Bezzy Stewart. Jalen Story. Gianna Marie Stukas. Madison Suarez. Andrew Sumal. Edwin Taba. Yusuf Ahmad Tawahib. Shreya Tamana. Shrindi Data Tamana. Gianna Tango. Lexi Tango. Gia Ann Thomas.
Oriana Angel Thomas. Christopher Teej. Brian Tillar. Esther Gabriela Chandra. William Toombs. Ava Annette Torres.
Isaiah Torres. Alyssa Torrijos. Dominic Lewis Trinidad. Kayla Fernanda Terang. Kristen Urdaneta Castellano. Kavya Vaishnani. Blaze Scott Van Valkenburg. Maria Teresa Vargas Trinidad. Ariane Babumanoj Varun. Tatiana Adriana Vasquez. Angelique Juliette Vega. Javen Louis Vega. Rishikesh Venkatesh Wadaraja. Danny James Vergara. Octavio Villarreal Cesar. Nishita Vojala. Ananta Wadwa. Aya Ward. Ethan Shamel Webb. Grace Sunrise White. Jasir Hassan Wilkerson. Gia Natalia Williams. Khalik Elijah Williams. Richard Wu.
Olivia Vishogrodsky. Lindsay J. Yasko. Matthew Yip. Kizzer Yusufzai. Arnold Zamora. Howen Zen. Michael Zimewski. Aya Zuhauer.
All right. We're almost there, everybody. Great job so far. It is my honor to present graduates from our final group. We're going to begin with our salutatorian, Brianna Feneke. She would like to thank her mommy, papi, brother, Aaron, and Jesus. Our valedictorian, Mithil Mishra, going to the Viper at UPenn, electrical engineering, wants to thank his mom, dad, sister, friends, teachers, and his Edison family. Our official morning announcer, Stella Wong, going to Hunter College, majoring in political science, would like to thank her mom, dad, brother, grandparents, and the Edison High staff. Going to Stony Brook, the next set of people is from our STEM Academy. Ania Aurora, going to the Stony Brook Honors College on a pre-med track, wants to thank her family, all the teachers and counselors, all the friends she made along the way, Mr. Ross and the administration. Next, going to Rutgers Honors College is Gabriel Darmawan, studying chemical engineering and math, wants to thank God, mom, dad, sister Catherine, brother Darren, all the teachers over the years, Mr. Ross, the admin, and all the friends. Going to Texas A&M, Avinash Giri, studying computer engineering, wants to thank his mom, dad, little brothers, and all his friends and teachers. Amalia Gulieva, going to RU, Rutgers University, studying nursing, wants to thank her family, teachers, counselors, and friends. Divya Krishna, going to MIT. People would like to thank, studying aerospace engineering, thank her mom, her late father, and her best friend, Archana. Prabha Krishna, going to the Honors College at RU, Computer Science and Linguistics. Thank her mom, dad, siblings, Miss Frey, Mr. Manson, Dr. Nasser, Miss Tierney, and all of her other teachers over the years, the admins, and the best friends. Gauri Kashetri, going to Princeton University for Operations, Research, and Financial Engineering. I'd like to thank her parents, sister, family, teachers, and friends. Tanush Kulkarni, James Scholar Honor at U Illinois Urbana-Champaign, Computer Science Physics. Would like to thank parents, friends, classmates, teachers, grandparents, Edison High admin, cousins, uncles, aunts, and everybody else. Ethan Lynn, also going to the University of Illinois for computer engineering. Thank his family, classmates, teacher, and all the friends. Ryan Lynn, University of Illinois Urban-Champaign, computer engineering, wants to thank his friends, classmates, teachers, and parents. Archana Murriata, going to NYU Stern, Business Finance, Breakthrough Scholars Leadership Program, wants to thank mom, dad, family, and her best friend, Divya. Twisha Patel, going to M&T at the UPenn, Computer Science and Finance. She'd like to thank her brother, her parents, her family, teachers, and friends. Zishan Sheikh, going to Princeton University, Operations, Research, Financial Engineering, thanking mom, dad, sister, family, teachers, and friends. Arani Slothilingam, Stevens Institute of Technology, Electrical Engineering, parents, sisters, friends, and teachers for thanks. Peter Spelder, going to RU, Rutgers, Newark, Business, thankful for family, friends, teachers, and Sharia. Vedant Talati, going to UPenn for bioengineering. I'd like to thank parents, grandparents, little sister, Dr. Nasser, Mr. Soy, Mr. Cairns, and Miss Tierney. Kinjal Vaibhav, going to RU Honors College, studying math, her sister, parents, friends, and teachers over the years. Kirtan Amin, going to Thomas Jefferson LeComm Med School, pre-med studies, thanking mom, dad, older sisters, friends, Mr. Zapp, and Miss Tierney. Annika Villanueva, going to Stevens, environmental engineering, parents, coaches, sister, and friends and teachers get the thanks. Nuval Osden, going to RU New Brunswick's pre-med psych, wants to thank mom, dad, three little brothers, Miss Bear, Miss Tierney, Mr. Glacken, and all the family and friends who came to support. Brittany Lynn, going to FIT in New York, marketing and advertising, thanking mom, dad, brother, friends, Miss Muggs, Mr. Picola, Miss Core, and all those who supported her. Sanaya Patel, going to Rutgers Business, her parents, her sisters, school, friends, and neighbors. Sarah Nasrullah, going to Marymount Manhattan Northeastern, philosophy, religious studies, wants to thank mom, Amber, Alina, Dr. Nasser, Miss Tierney, Coach Smith, Coach Napoli, Mr. Piccolo, and all those who helped her along the way. Shagun Goodhar, going to RU for business. Thanks mom, dad, two sisters, Donnie and Gowrie, and her best friend, Varnica. Kaden Aravena, going to Montclair State University for psychology and political science. Wants to thank mom, dad, brother, sister, Coach O'Boyle, teachers and grandparents that couldn't be here today. All right, Michaela Correa, going to Boston University, studying psychology, public policy. Mom, dad, brothers, grandparents, her Caribbean best friend, her aunt, her teachers, and Miss Jenkins. Varnica Serengeti, going to NYU, politics and public policy, thanking her mom, younger brother Arnav, and her best friend Shagun. Stuti Shah, going to Rutgers, New Brunswick School of Engineering, Biomed Engineering. Would like to thank mom, dad, grandparents, Miss Reeves, and FCCLA advisor. Coming down to the last two, our president, Mr. Dudek. He'll get his shout outs in his speech, going to Rutgers, New Brunswick. And the class of 2025 president, also going to Stern at New York University to study business, Miss Sylvia Wu. Derek. Nice try to escape. Now I'd like to call up our Student Council President, Mr. Derek Dudek, to give his remarks.
Thank you, Mr. Ross. I'd like to start off by sharing a story. One day, my family and I were crabbing, and we saw a turtle lying on its back. Next to it was a fish. My little sister said, "Quick, we have to go save it." She went over and grabbed the motionless fish, eagerly tossed it into the water, and said, "Be free." The fish hit the surface, floated for a moment, and its lifeless carcass sank to its watery grave. My sister walked away and mourned the dead fish for the rest of the day. As she cried in the boat, my mother consoled her, and my father and I went over to the turtle and flipped it over. Thanks to us, the turtle was alive and well. Now, there are two main lessons we can take from that story. Number one, don't stress about what's out of your control. Not every fish can be saved. Number two, make whatever positive change you can at every turn. In life, you'll often be presented with situations that appear hopeless. You may read a headline and jump straight to negative conclusions. For example, instead of stressing about potentially being drafted into the military to go fight in the Middle East, what if you just flipped it? You'll get to enjoy the warm desert sun, maybe even ride a camel. Who knows? The threat of nuclear war? Oh, what, are we all gonna die? Maybe. But at least you won't have to watch an hour-long YouTube video about how to make your skin glow. It's just gonna glow naturally. Rising global temperatures and melting polar ice caps. You can enjoy a warm day at the beach right at home. You might even be able to see a shark in your very own backyard, which of course, we already knew was possible. As Jelly once said, in what was maybe a warning, sharks ain't always in the water. In all seriousness, each and every one of you is capable of making a positive difference. Each and every one of you has the ability to combat issues that may feel existential and overwhelming. You can volunteer at a shelter. You can go to a local protest. You can even bring world peace with a strongly worded letter to the US government. Or maybe not that one. But there are a lot of other small, individual, daily efforts you can make to bring about positive change, especially when you're feeling helpless to these issues. I'd now like to bring up a quote that I find to be quite inspirational. The esteemed American poet, Missy Elliott, once said, "Is it worth it? Let me work it. I put my thing down, flip it, and reverse it." Te es rever dina te pilf noir gnat nyum tupe. Now we need to focus primarily on that last line. If you didn't notice, she flipped the letters and words backwards. Really think about it for a second. I think what we can take from Missy Elliott's words is important. No matter how immense an obstacle may appear, no matter how upside down things may seem, you can do your part in flipping the world back on its right side. Make your voice heard. Get involved in meaningful causes. And when you can't, when the problems are out of your control, do not let them consume you. Don't let them weigh you down. If you have to let out your frustration or anger, hit a punching bag, take a walk, or just shout out in your room. This is the transition to the shout-out segment of my speech. In my life, I am indebted to many people for their encouragement, love, presence, and motivation. None of my achievements or successes would have been possible without them. First and foremost, I thank my grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins, friends, and friends' parents for always being there for me, my sister for making me laugh, and my parents especially for their support and guidance through every step of the way, as well as for their tireless work as my human alarm clocks. For my time at EHS, I'd like to recognize, I've had many great teachers, and I'd like to recognize Mrs. Frey, Mrs. Rubiano, Mrs. Greer, and also Mr. Grillo, who somehow figured out a way for me to tolerate learning math. All of them displayed kindness, humor, creativity, and passion in their classrooms, qualities that made every lesson infinitely more enjoyable. In athletics, whether I was warming the bench on the football team or winning an undefeated division title with the bowling team, Coach Yasko, Coach Calantoni, Coach Smith, and Coach Napoli all showed genuine interest in my success as they built strong team dynamics while also sharing wisdom about matters well beyond the sports themselves. I'd also like to thank Mr. Napoli, of course, for his help and guidance throughout my experience in the Student Council. So where was I? All right, issues in the world. There are a lot of them. They can overwhelm you, scare you, mentally drain you. But that's only if you let them. Now, I'm not telling you to smile when you watch the news. And I'm certainly not telling you to go and find bliss in ignorance. But if you hear about pollution, go clean up a beach. If you hear about an injustice going on in the world somewhere, spread the word to as many people as possible. If you see somebody struggling, go and help them in any way you can. As opposed to just complaining or worrying about problems, take real action. Now, as for the turtle from earlier, it was absolutely delicious. Hopefully, society's fate is brighter than the turtles, especially considering we're all about to be released into it in about 10 minutes. So let's savor this moment, just like I did that turtle. And congratulations to the class of 2025.
Next up, the class president for 2025, Ms. Sylvia Wu.
Good afternoon. I'm honored to be giving the final address for the class of 2025. I would like to first thank my mom and dad, my sister Sophia, my brother Lando, as well as my friends. Your support brings me great comfort and makes this moment possible. When I began planning the speech, I found myself staring at a blank page for way too long. So naturally, I turned to the people around me for help. Among the suggestions, one quote said half in jest by my dear friend Prabha Krishna stuck with me. One person's trash is a lot of raccoon's treasure. Yes, raccoons. That's it. Now I know that raccoons for a graduation speech might sound strange, but hear me out. Over these years, we've all had moments we want to throw away. Failed tests, embarrassing interactions, missed opportunities. But rather than completely discarding these moments, we learn and we grow. Whether it be teaching us motivation, a new perspective, or resilience, these moments weren't worthless. Just like how food waste, seemingly useless, can be a feast to a pack of hungry raccoons. That was confirmed personally when my trash can was tipped over by raccoons seeking their midnight snack. Raccoons, though, are more than just scavengers. They're adaptable and resourceful, not just surviving, but thriving in different environments. That's something we've learned to do too, going from hybrid schedule middle school to in-person high school, from paper to virtual standardized testing, from not being allowed to go to the pep rally freshman year to successful senior year, we have thrived amidst change, and appreciation was key. Being thankful for our peers and for the laughter amidst a demanding group project, whether done via Zoom or in an actual classroom, for the points you scored despite the loss, for the effort that may not have resulted in a title but a success nonetheless. These are all special moments, even if imperfect, to treasure. So, even as we move on to new beginnings, let us carry that gratitude with us. On that note, I'd like to say how grateful I am for Edison's administration and faculty. Thank you all for making Edison excellent. I want to shout out counselors Mrs. Muglia, Mrs. Roland, and Mrs. Zavastowski, as well as teachers including Mrs. Frey and Mrs. Tierney. The people I wish to thank goes on, but unfortunately, my speech must end, and so must the seniors chapter at EHS. To all the seniors, continue on with an appetite for understanding, learning, and appreciation, as eager as the hungry raccoons that spilled over my trash can. With that, class of 2025, I extend my most heartfelt congratulations. May you treasure all that comes next. Thank you. Class, please rise. Please join in the turning of the tassels to signify that you are now graduates. One last cheer for the class of 2025. Woo!
Make a speech.